Well, I'm back home now, and I'm sorry the video got cut short. My battery packed up, but I did buy a couple of plants while I was there. So, oh, look at that. This has come out while I've been away. A Ricteri. Only just noticed it. It's just opening it. We'll open a lot more than that eventually. So, Phragmipedium Ricteri. Pleased about that one. Anyhow, back to the two plants I got. One was, here they are, still wrapped up. I'll unwrap them in a bit. Phragmipedium ruby slippers. It's an old one, I believe, made from Caudatum and Bessi. So that should be nice when it flowers. Should be a lovely red with long petals. And this other one is an unusual one. It's flowered before. There we are. They're a bit worse aware for the flowers. But it's Lady Isabel cross Sandrianum. So that should be nice when it flowers again. Anyway, what I'll do, I'll unpack them, and they're all in sphagnum, which I don't like, so we'll have a look what the roots are like. I'll just unravel this. I don't know how long they've been in transit. I got this from Ecogenera, that's good. And it's wrapped in polythene and this wet paper, and it's quite damp inside actually, but I'd like to take all this this sphagnum moss off. Oh, there we are. Nice growth coming up there as well. So this doesn't look too bad at all. Once I get it settled and into some different substrates, it should be alright. Nice root system. And it's in like, it's just in small bark. And it's had this wrapped round it. This sphagnum moss wrapped round. So I'll clean all that up, give it a fresh potting, and that should be alright. So we'll have a look at the Paphiopedilum now. There's the label on this one. So that should be really nice. I'll just move the camera forward a little bit, and we can have a look. This one's, of course, is in a pot, and that is also full of sphagnum moss. So we'll have a look what it's like. There's these small cheap pots. I'll just take this off. I'm never quite sure what roots will be like on the Paphiopedilum. Just try and loosen it. Well, they don't look too bad at all. Up to now. Let's see how many soft ones there are. Well, that's not a bad root system. That's not a bad root system at all. You see it? So that's good. This leaf needs taking off. So we'll just snip that one off. That's right. Then we're ready for potting that one up. I'll put it in one of these ponds that we use for pond plants. I haven't got one handy at the moment, but you know which ones I mean. These with plenty of splits in them. So I'm going to pot them up in some new Orchiata, so we'll go and get that. Well, the Orchiata I'm using is what they call Power. It's 9 to 12 millimeters thick. in size. So I've mixed it with some grow stones, and I'm going to put the path in this, and I'm also going to put the flag in exactly the same one. So there's one of the pots that we're talking about. Let's put some in. Oh, well, first of all I've got to remove this spike. Remove this old spike here with the flowers dying off. So we'll take that off. And not too much in there, just want it planting at the right depth, so all the roots are covered and just the bottom of the plant's covered as well. Nice plant this, 2 growths with 1 little growth coming up as well. So quite pleasing. I will. I'll put my scissors in if I'm not careful. Now it'll take that a while to get settled in, so I'll just water it after I've planted the other one as well. So what am I putting that one in? Right, let me see. I think I'll put that in this, I haven't got a spare one. In the plant this Ainsworthy Eye's in, and I'll put this Ainsworthy Eye into a plant that bit bigger. So it's alright. Well, I forgot to tell you, I got the Paphiopedilum, Sandrianium crossed Lady Isabel from Tenshin Gardens. Let's have a look at the roots on here while we're at it. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see in roots. Nice growth coming up here. Another one coming up there. Another one there. So that'll go nicely in a bigger pot. But this one, I'm just going to clean it all up, take all the dead stuff off, and loosen, give the roots, make them a little bit looser so they'll spread out in the pot. So I'll show you that when I've done it. Well, there we are. I've removed about as much as I can from this this frag, and I must say the roots are very, very good. And here we can see it's white. It's a new growth actually. There's a little yellow tip on it, and there's a new growth there. So I'm very pleased with both of these. Very, very nice plants indeed. So I'm going to pot this up exactly the same as the last one, but in this bigger pot. Oh, that's a bit too deep. That's still a bit too deep. We'll get there in the end. That's about right. So we'll just fill it up and give it a good bang. Make sure all the spaces are filled up. Bit of small bark in here as well, which will make sure the little spaces are covered. So there we are. That's nice. This is the that's the label. I'm getting the labels mixed up now with the one I've just taken out. That's the Ruby Slippers. And that's the Lady Isabel Cross Sandrianum. So that's about all I've got for you, so thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry I had to cut the video short from the show, but thanks for watching. I hope it wasn't too jumpy for you on that video, and I see we got Roger on as well, so thank you very much for watching, and until I see you again, I'll see you later. Bye.